It's a disaster right now. And then also, speaking of disasters, the border is horrible. We have a crisis. Talk to me a little bit about what's going on at our border right now.
Well, we have the biggest border crisis that we've probably had in our history of our country.
Right.
And Joe Biden invited everyone to come. He ripped our border wide open. He stopped construction on the border wall, and he doesn't even care if we take it down. He's also there. Democrats have basically crippled ICE and Border Patrol. ICE was arresting and deporting roughly around 9,000 illegals a month. Now ICE arrests and deports possibly 1 to 2 every month or 2 months. It has gone down
That's
drastically.
horrible.
It is horrible. Border Patrol now uses the term, I think they call it something like I can't even remember what the term is, but where we call it crossing or someone illegally entering our country, the Democrats' language has totally changed. And they just call it, it's an encounter. They have an encounter. Well, they're having thousands of encounters every single day, and an encounter means when illegals come into our country. They don't like to use the term illegals. They want to call them migrants. And they're lying. They're saying that migrants are coming in our country because of climate change. Well, Democrats talk about the big lie. The big lie is climate change.
Right.
And so this is what they're doing. And we just had a great press conference today to talk about holding Joe Biden accountable for his failure to do his job as the President of the United States. And now we've seen the news that Vice President Kamala Harris has announced that she's finally going to go down to the border. And we all know why that is. It's because President Trump is going to the border, and Kamala Harris is very much expecting to be the presidential nominee in 2024, and not Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, they said that the pipeline workers could find another job. Why can't the migrants just find another country? Because they've opened up our borders for all these people to come in, and it's just sickening and ridiculous.
Right. And then our country sends millions and millions and millions of our hard-earned tax dollars to these countries in foreign aid, right?
Yeah.
And these countries should be more responsible with the foreign aid that America has been sending. And if they were doing a good job with that money, people wouldn't be leaving those countries to begin with. It's their corrupt governments, their socialist governments that are failing those people, and those people are leaving their countries. Why? Because they want a job in America, and they want our great American ways of life. So there's a lot that can be done if we had people in place that are willing to do it, and that's why we miss President Trump so much.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, it's sad, but I think we'll get him back soon enough. So how are you adjusting to life as the most well-known freshman congresswoman ever?
Well, I'm adjusting and working very hard. It's been quite a change. The media, they definitely did a good job to help me become the most well-known congresswoman in such a short amount of time. And the good news is everyone that knows me in the district back at home definitely know who I really am. So that's great. And then I'm just grateful for support from so many people all over the country. It's incredible.
Right. Speaking of all your support across the country, I can't help but notice your entire office is just covered with letters from everywhere, and it's amazing. No one else has stuff like that. And with all this support, would you, and it's very far out, but would you ever consider running for the highest office in the land one day?
Well, I don't even think that way. I'm really focused on what I'm doing right now. And that is the goal. It's what I ran on, and that's Save America and Stop Socialism. Yeah. And so we have a big fight on our hands right now with what the Democrats are trying to do to our country. And then also we've got to focus very hard on this next election in 2022. So it's important for us to take back the majority, but we also have to take back the majority with a strong GOP conference that's ready to get the job done and not just message, but actually put our messages into action.
Exactly.
And that's what I care about.
Right.